Well, that was hard to watch. What up? My name is Adrian from Rabona TV, and today I'm going to be talking about my team of the season. Just a bonus video for you guys because I appreciate all the love and support, as always. Remember, these are just my picks, so don't get emotional. You can have your own picks. We can disagree. It's okay. In fact, I encourage you guys to comment what your team of the season was. And we can talk about it because there's nothing I love more than talking to you guys in the comment section. So let's do this. Starting out with the goalkeeping position, and I gotta give this one to Gigi Buffon, who at 39 years old had another incredible year, helping his team to another Scudetto title, 6th in a row, and another Coppa Italia. Unfortunately, he couldn't make a difference in the Champions League final, but that was through no fault of his own, so we'll stick with the old man. He gets it in my team of the season. Congrats, Gigi Buffon. And now let's look at the fullbacks. On the left, we have my pick for probably the best left back in the world, Marcelo, who his highlight of the season was probably against Bayern Munich over those 2 legs in which he crushed the German Giants. On top of that, he managed 12 assists and 3 goals across all competitions, which is pretty damn solid for a left back. Now, the right-hand side was a toughie. I could have given it to Dani Carvajal, who is the picture of consistency and had another incredible season for Real Madrid. But I gotta go Brazilian on this one as well and give it to Dani Alves. At 34 years of age, he played like a player in his prime, contributing not only to their Champions League run, in which he crushed Monaco. I think he had a part in 4 goals in that tie, but also in Italy where he got them that cup double, throwing in an extra 6 goals and 6 assists to the mix. So our fullback positions are completed. Let's go to the center backs, which was really tough to narrow down, I gotta say. I mean, all positions were really tough to narrow down. Choosing 11 players from the entirety of Europe? Come on. First, we have Mats Hummels from Bayern Munich, who year after year has been one of the most solid center backs in Europe. He just edged Sergio Ramos and David Luiz for me, partially because those 2 aforementioned players can be a little bit erratic at times and can damage their team a little bit. Although, that being said, David Luiz improved greatly underneath Conte. Alongside Hummels, I'm going to put another Titan, Thiago Silva. Bar his second leg performance against Barcelona, he was absolutely incredible for PSG this season. In fact, he was probably their top performer on the year, besides a certain someone else. Again, he was at the heart of the team for their Coupe double, and I really think that he reestablished himself as the best, if not the best, the second best defender in the world at the moment. So the back line is taken care of. Now we can move on to the midfield, where I know everyone's going to disagree with me, but let's just go for it anyways. So I forgot to mention it before, but I'm going for a 4-3-3 for this team of the season. And who would want to choose between Casemiro and N'Golo Kante? Which child do you love more? I gotta give it to the PFA Player of the Year, N'Golo Kante. The tiny little Frenchman who seems to appear everywhere on the pitch and doesn't let his size get in the way of taking out some of the biggest, most powerful strikers in the world. The guy can even pass to himself on the pitch. That's how much he just appears, disappears, and reappears in another place on the pitch. He's full of running, he has great vision, he's great in the tackle, his marking is incredible, and the fact that he was so vital to both Leicester and Chelsea's Premier League titles just goes to show what quality he has. Playing just in front of him is one of the best midfielders in the world. Obviously, you gotta be to make it into this team. And the king of the intangibles, aka the stats that you will not see on the score sheet, Luka Modric. Now, he may have only managed 1 goal and 3 assists this season, which is very low, to be honest with you, but he has been key to Real Madrid's attack this season, pairing up nicely towards the end of the season with Isco, with his dribbling, ability to intercept passes, and his vision being absolute nightmares for teams to deal with. And his movement frees up space for Ronaldo and Benzema in the attack. So Luka Modric, you're the second man in our 3-man midfield. Who's number 3? Now, as much as I tried to not stack the midfield with players from the same club, when somebody is the best in the world at their position, you gotta give it up to them. So with that being said, the final piece to the midfield puzzle is Toni Kroos. People don't like to give it up to this guy, and I have been very guilty of this in the past as well. But Toni Kroos has that Xabi Alonso quality where their quality of passing and their vision is absolutely insane. And it's really underappreciated, I find. 4 goals and 14 assists, but most importantly, his pass success rate in La Liga and the Champions League was a combined 92.8%. So when he's on the field, you know that players around him are going to be getting a lot of opportunities. So he rounds out the midfield. Who do we have in attack? Let's go with the 2 pretty obvious choices in my opinion. First up, Lionel Messi. Need I say more? Probably not, but I will. Again, this season, if I could borrow a quote from the great Ray Hudson, this guy was magisterial. 11 goals in 9 Champions League matches, 37 goals in 34 La Liga appearances, and 5 goals in 7 Copa del Rey appearances. Come on! The numbers speak for themselves, right? I mean, it's Messi. Who do I need to convince that Messi is a great player and deserves to be in the top 11? And on the right, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. He started the season out slow, which is understandable given that knee injury that he sustained in the Euro 2016 final, and Zidane is a competent man, so he rested him and saved him for the latter half of the season, and what a smart idea that was. Despite that, he still managed to score 25 goals in 29 La Liga appearances, 12 goals in the Champions League where he was yet again, for the 5th season straight, the top scorer in the competition, and managed 16 goals in the final 10 matches of the season when his team needed him the most, rounding out a crazy year where he won 9 trophies, both for club and personal trophies. And finally, the striker position. Who's it going to go to? Luis Suarez was incredible yet again, scoring 36 goals for Barcelona in all competitions. Edin Dzeko had probably the best season of his career, with 39 goals across all competitions, and yet again, Harry Kane, the best one-season wonder ever, absolutely lit up the Premier League scoring charts. So who will be the man that is playing alongside Ronaldo and Messi? Edinson Cavani. Let me tell you why. Now, I spoke of him in my end of season awards video, but let me just remind you of his incredible stats. He led PSG to a coupe double, scoring 6 goals in 6 appearances across the 2 tournaments. He scored 35 goals in 36 appearances in the league and won 8 for 8 in the Champions League. That is crazy. Performing in every single competition he played in and doing more than enough to fill the big boost that Zlatan left behind at PSG, he gets the final spot in our starting 11 for the team of the season. I don't know why I said starting 11 because I'm not choosing subs and stuff. That's crazy. The final choice that I need to make is who is my manager of the season. Perhaps if Conte was able to get Chelsea the FA Cup as well, completing a magnificent turnaround of the club's fortunes compared to their previous season, perhaps he'd be in the running. Or if Max Allegri got the treble, he for sure would have got it. However, my manager of the season has to be Zinedine Zidane. In his time as the Madrid manager, he has only lost 7 times, winning 65 of his 87 matches in charge. He led Madrid to the La Liga title, their first since 2012, and he was the architect of an absolute demolition of Juventus and their stingy defense. He's won 5 trophies since taking the lead at Real Madrid, 2 of which were Champions League titles, meaning that he's won the same amount of Champions League titles as Sir Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, and Jose Mourinho. All of this in just 1.5 seasons in charge at Real Madrid. So that will round out my team of the season and manager of the season. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your picks? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Adrian, and I will see you on Tuesday. Peace!